Hey everyone, I'm here to do a quick tutorial for you on how to use tape to adhere your wig. So as most of you who've watched my videos know, or anyone who's watched my videos know, I like to adhere my wigs with It Stays. It's this adhesive. It's a roller ball adhesive. I have a lot of different, I've tried 3 different kinds and they all work the same to me. So just any It Stays product works great and is my preferred way to have a wig stay on my head. But it's summer, it's hot, and tonight I get to go to my daughter's high school graduation. It's like 93 degrees outside right now, and we're going to be sitting on a football field, and it is beating sun. I'm a little worried. I haven't experienced this yet since I started wearing wigs just last September. So this is going to be an experiment for me and you. So what I'm doing is I'm adhering, first of all, the tape that I'm going to use onto my wig first. So let me tell you what that tape is. It's this Walker lace tape. It's made to adhere wigs on and be put on the lace part of the wigs. It looks like this. It's blue. People often refer to it as the blue Walker tape because there is a red version as well. This one is clear. The blue is just the backing. It's basically a double stick tape made for wigs. I have used it a couple of times before, and so it's not my first time ever, but it's definitely a learning curve, at least for me. I tend to have a little bit of trouble because it's super, super sticky. It sticks to my nails. I have some issues sometimes. So let me tell you what I'm doing. I've already peeled one off. I cut them in little squares, as you can see, and I stuck one here, and one here. So just spread it out across the lace on my wig. And I already peeled one off. And what I discover is you really have to press on it to make sure that it's adhered well to the wig before you attempt to peel off the backing. Otherwise, the tape wants to come off with it. So when you do it this way, it seems to work a lot better. So first of all, put it on your wig and then press, give it some time to adhere, and then very, very carefully work at it until you get it to lift so that you don't lift up the tape with it. So that's what it looks like. And now I am just going to put it on. I'm trying to be careful not to get a hair fiber stuck in the tape. I've already got it sticking to my hand. This is why I don't do arts and crafts. I'm very clumsy when it comes to stuff like this. Okay, so I got it turned around and now I'm ready to put it on. So I'm just gonna put it on like I normally do. And it won't stick immediately. You have to press it down. So I just put it on like I normally do. And then I'm gonna get the wig situated where I want her to be. Make sure, I'm looking in the mirror behind my phone here. Make sure it's all lined up with my hairline, and then I'm gonna press. And I can actually feel it through the lace a little bit. All right, so I'm pressing to make sure that it's gonna stick. Pardon me while I look. So I notice, and this happens just generally, I have a few little hair fibers stuck in here. Let's see if I can use my phone to do this. So I'm just going to use my rat tail comb. I'm just going to pick those fibers out. And that happens even when I use It Stays. So that went pretty well. One thing I didn't do, and I hope I don't regret not doing this, is I didn't prep my head at all. Some people I've seen talk about using rubbing alcohol to make sure that there's no lotion or makeup on their forehead. I probably should have done that. So hopefully that's not going to matter. You know, I do have makeup on, and this is actually later in the day. So I've been to work already. I had another wig on, and I used It Stays, and I took it off. I didn't wipe the area down. Really wasn't thinking too far ahead. So the interesting thing for you is that I'm going to report back and let you know how this worked. Now I know for a 100% fact It Stays would not keep this thing tacked to my head. I am going to be sweaty the second I get out there. I'm practically sweaty right now. I'm in a bathroom with a fan on. You can probably hear it. And so when I get sweaty, it stays, just releases. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the wig's gonna go anywhere. And I have noticed when that happens, if I cool off and, you know, stop sweating, it re-adheres. I had to present at a meeting the other day, a couple days ago, and I forgot my notes, my talking points, and it was like, I was on, and I had to run to my office. I asked someone to stall for me. I had to run to my office, grab the notes. It was a floor down, run across the hall, run back up a flight of stairs. And by the time I got in front of the group, I was not only breathless, but I was sweating, like just terribly. Luckily, it's all my HR peers, and there were about 70 people in the room, but I know them all, and they don't all know that I wear wigs, but I didn't feel embarrassed, but I was so sweaty that whole time. I just kept praying that my wig wouldn't go anywhere, it wouldn't start sliding back on my head. I 100% guarantee you if I would have gone like this, it would have just lifted right off. But it did move, and by the end of the, you know, after I was done presenting and I could sit down for a little bit, I completely cooled off, and it was re-adhered to my head fine later. So just a tip about that, but I know for a fact that it wouldn't hold, and so I don't know how windy it's gonna be. So, all right, so I've done it. I don't know if I wanna pull on it yet, because I don't know if it's, yep, it's stuck. I'm not gonna pull hard, but right now it's stuck. So hopefully it will continue to just stick. The time I've used it before, and when I've heard other people use it, it really sticks hard. You can actually rip your skin off if you try to just whip off a wig when you've adhered it this way. So I do use John Renault Lace Let Go. Let me see if I have it handy. I think I put it away, so I'll grab it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish filming this video, and then I'm going to go to the graduation, and I'm gonna come back later, and I'm gonna take the wig off and show you how I do that as well. So I'll splice all of this together. I feel like this is blurry. I hope it's not blurry to you guys, but it really looks blurry to me. Anyway, so hopefully this was helpful. So I adhered it. I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit. This is Shayna by Tressalure in the color Sugar Brulee. I'm hoping this will be a comfortable one. This is actually the wig I wore when I presented the other day. I'm hoping this will be comfortable. It's short, it's really short, and it doesn't lay on my nape at all, which the nape of my neck, the back of my neck, the nape doesn't lay on the back of my neck. And so hopefully that'll be fine. I was gonna wear a girl mono, but she is just a little bit longer, and I was just a little bit worried about how that would feel. So hopefully Shayna will have been a good choice. She's all adhered. I'm gonna just trust that it's gonna be good. And in just a second, you're gonna see a seamless transition to me showing you how I take this off. Hope this part was helpful. Hey everyone, okay, so I am back, and I'm gonna show you how I remove my wig with the lace tape. I'm talking a little quietly because it's pretty late. After graduation, we went for dinner and took forever to get our food, and I'm really tired. It's super late and everybody's getting ready for bed. But anyway, the wig did great. It was super hot out there, but the lace held just fine. I'll be honest, I didn't test it because I was afraid if it would lift what I was gonna do, but I never felt like it was lifting, so I think it was really good. And it's still on here really, really secure, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do, well, that's a cute look. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Lace Let Go by John Renault. And I think they've changed their packaging a little bit, and it actually might be in a black bottle now. I'm not positive, but it's called Lace Let Go. It's essentially like rubbing alcohol, and so you could just use rubbing alcohol. But you take it and you just spray it on where you have put the lace. So just right on the lace front, essentially, where I have the lace. And I put, 3 pieces. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to spray it, and then I'm just going to let it sit for a few seconds. Kind of let it start to do its thing, and you can see it's lifting. And sometimes if I feel it pulling my hair, which I feel it doing right now, I'll just spray a little bit more. because when I do put the tape on, you know, it's a square of tape, so some of it's on my hair and some of it's on my forehead. And I know people will say, that's all there, oops, I have a bobby pin and I forgot. That's all there is to it. This was adhered tight, and that's all it took. So now the tape is still on here, and I'll just gently work on it to get it off, because it's loosening up on the lace as well. I'm just taking my nail, can't really show it real well, but just loosening it, and it just loses its stickiness and it comes off, and it doesn't hurt the lace front. If you're careful and you don't pull on it too much and you just make sure you keep gently pulling on it, it will be fine. So that's all there is to it. So now there's two options for me. It's the It Stays or it's the lace tape, lace front tape, if I think that I'm going to get sweaty and I don't feel confident that the It Stays is going to hold. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know. You know, I will probably do this. I'm sure I'll have an opportunity this summer to test it when I'm home and when I get all sweaty, to make sure that the tape really holds. And so I can always update this if for some reason it didn't work as well as I'd expect it to. But I'm pleased right now, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching.